my god. Oh, oh, this was all I wanted. Jesus, this is what I wanted from the beginning. Disney, Lucasfilm. Oh, we got to talk about this, man. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. I'm like coming off this like adrenaline high of the latest episode of Mandalorian. I believe this is like episode 5 of season 2. Oh my god, directed by Dave Filoni. Oh, I'm still trying to process. This episode gave me everything I wanted. Almost everything I wanted as a Star Wars fan for the past few years. You know, it's like I haven't really felt like a Star Wars fan since Rebels ended a few years back. When Rebels ended, like the next thing was Rise of Skywalker. I'm not gonna bash the sequel trilogy. I like Force Awakens. I think I like Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker, I don't want to talk about that. And to be fair, Rise of Skywalker really killed how I felt about episode 7 and 8. And I haven't had the passion for Star Wars since Rise of Skywalker, to be honest with you. And this brought it back, man. This brought it back. I never thought in a million years we would get a live action Ahsoka Tano and it would be this badass, right? I'm like, oh, Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Okay, like she's just gonna be like this ancient Jedi. Dude, she was whipping those lightsabers out, just wong, wong, wong. And then they played her music and I was all in the feels and the goosebumps and oh, the music, man, it hit me. It hit me, man. It was great. And it wasn't like that. Hasn't been an experience I had with Star Wars in years, and you know, just everything, you know. And then the scene where she's talking about like there's much fear in him, and I like then she talks about Anakin, and like I've seen what it does to good Jedi, you know, the best of. And then oh fuck, oh man, this episode did everything I wanted. It answered the question of where he came from. It answered that he was being trained at the Jedi Temple before the fall of the Jedi, before, you know, the Empire took over, right at the end of the Clone Wars, and we found out the child's name is like Grogu, you know, and oh my god, it just hit me on so many levels. And then like when she was fighting at the end, I know it wasn't lightsaber on lightsaber, but it's like the fucking closest thing we've gotten, you know? Like Ahsoka just like fighting this motherfucker, and I don't know who this chick is, and you know, she was holding her own against Ahsoka, and I'm like, come on, Ahsoka, man, like you know. And then when Ahsoka at the like right at the end, dude, when she fucking turned that blade sideways, I was like, fuck yes, that's Ahsoka. And then when she like, where's your master? Where's Grant? I swear to God, I screamed like a little girl when she name dropped Thrawn. I must have woke Adam up in the other room. Oh, it literally gave me everything I wanted as a Star Wars fan that I've been wanting for the past 2 to 3 years now. This is what I wish the sequel trilogy would have had more of. You know, it doesn't have the budget of those movies, but this is leaps and bounds better than anything we got in Rise of Skywalker. Leaps and bounds better than it connected the lore from the Clone Wars series to the Rebels series to the prequels to the regular trilogy, the OG trilogy, and then it connected to all that. It connected. Yes, there's still questions. What happened to Ezra? What happened to Sabine? Did they find Ezra in the unknown regions? How did Thrawn come back? There's so many questions we don't know. But the thing is, we're going to find out at some point. It isn't like J.J. Abrams just coming in with this mystery box bullshit and then come Rise of Skywalker. We're like, oh yeah, she's a Palpatine. Get the fuck out of my fucking face with that. Ahsoka Tano is very important to Dave Filoni. It's a character that he created. Ahsoka Tano for a lot of people is their favorite character in Star Wars. Ahsoka Tano is my favorite character in Star Wars. Above Luke, above Anakin, above Obi-Wan. Ahsoka Tano is my character. That was a character that, despite everything, she is good. She is good, and she got dicked around, and they did her wrong in fucking Clone Wars, and she walked away from the Jedi. And I don't care what anybody says. One of the top 5 greatest moments in Star Wars history was when she confronted Vader in the season finale of Rebels Season 2. I'm emotional because I love Ahsoka. I'm a massive fan of Ahsoka Tano. Seeing her brought out, part of me was like, oh, I feel bad for Ashley Eckstein, who voiced Ahsoka Tano for all these years. But if I was Ashley, I wouldn't take it as an insult. Just take it as, we couldn't have this if it wasn't for Dave Filoni and Ashley Eckstein. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm actually going to probably dip back into the Ahsoka Tano novel and read it for the 3rd time. Just a great episode. Where do we go from here? Now we're heading to an ancient Jedi temple. Man, what's gonna happen? Where's Thrawn? So much. So much. I know the season started off a little slow, but these last 3 episodes have been some of the best stuff I've seen in Star Wars in a long, long time, since Rebels ended. Rebels was the pinnacle of Disney Star Wars for me. I like Force Awakens. I like Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker took a massive dump. I thought Rebels captured what Star Wars was. I haven't had that feeling since Rebels ended with season 4. And I really want to see what happens. I want to see Sabine. I want to see Ezra. I want to see Zeb. I want to see Callus. I want to see these characters that I love. And Hera Syndulla. Where's Jason Syndulla doing? I know Hera's busy out there with Alphabet Squadron and all that stuff. But I want to know more. And I'm really, really eager to know more. This episode, as a fan, you saw how emotional I got. It's fucking Star Wars, It's this is what being a Star Wars fan is about. Not arguing about that's not my Luke or that's not my thing. I like to focus on the positive. I didn't like Rise of Skywalker, and I thought it ruined the whole sequel trilogy and kind of made the sequel trilogy pointless. But instead of dwelling on it, allowing that hate to just kind of take over my love for something, I bought my time, distanced myself, and Dave Filoni I trust. I've always trusted Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni he is George Lucas Jr. He studied under George Lucas. Nobody knows Star Wars as good as George Lucas and Dave Filoni. And this cemented why we need Dave Filoni in a bigger role creatively. Just Dave Filoni. I remember when I went to Star Wars Celebration and he had that Ahsoka lives ? And then at the end, the lights go down. He comes back out and says, Ahsoka lives ! I was in the crowd and I cheered and I cried. And Dave Filoni, there's a reason why he was Lucas's Padawan. He knows Star Wars. He knows what the fans want. Disney trusts in Filoni. Trust in Filoni, and I promise you he will bring that rabid fan base back. But anyway, guys, this episode of Mandalorian is one of the best things I've seen in Star Wars since Rebels ended. So thank you guys for watching. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Until next time, guys. Later.